Good morning, my beautiful friend. Okay, come a little closer because I want to tell you something that happened yesterday, and I promise it's simple, a little sweet, and maybe exactly what your heart needs today. So yesterday was just a normal day. Not amazing, not terrible, just one of those days that quietly drains your energy without making a big scene about it. You know what I mean, right? The kind where you keep going, keep checking things off your list, keep replying, keep moving, but inside you're already dreaming about rest. By the time the afternoon slowly melted into evening, I felt that soft tiredness settle into my shoulders. Not overwhelming, not dramatic, just a gentle heaviness that whispers, "Okay, I'm ready to go home now." So I walked down the street, letting the cooler air touch my face. The sky was in that in-between moment, not bright anymore, not fully dark yet. Everything felt a little quieter, a little softer. The city was still moving, people passing by, cars humming, lights flickering on one by one, but somehow it all felt calmer. And then I saw this small coffee stand. Nothing fancy, no big sign. Just warm light spilling out onto the sidewalk and that comforting smell of coffee that always makes you slow down a little. It felt cozy in a very quiet way, like a tiny pause in the middle of everything. So I stepped closer, ordered a small cup for myself and waited. While I was standing there, I wasn't thinking about anything deep. Honestly, my mind was drifting. Half about dinner, half about going home, half about absolutely nothing at all. Then I got my coffee, smiled, said thank you, and turned to leave. And that's when something shifted. Not loudly, not dramatically, just softly. Right near the building next to the stand, there was a security guard. He was standing still, watching the entrance, doing exactly what he had probably been doing for hours. His uniform looked neat, everything in place, posture straight. But his face carried that quiet kind of exhaustion. Not complaining, not showing frustration, just tired in a calm, patient way. And for some reason I noticed him, like really noticed. And the moment I did, something inside me gently paused my steps. It wasn't a voice you could hear out loud. It was more like a feeling, a soft nudge, the kind that doesn't force you but simply invites you. It said something like, "Don't rush past this." So I stopped. I looked at the coffee in my hand. Then I looked back at him. And without overthinking, without making it complicated, I turned around and walked back to the counter. I ordered one more small cup. Nothing big, nothing expensive. Just another simple drink. When I held it, it felt warm in my hands, and for some reason, my heart felt a little warmer too. Then I walked over to him. I smiled just naturally, like you do when something feels kind, and I said, "This is for you. Thank you for working so hard today." For a second, he didn't react, like his mind needed a moment to catch up. Then his eyes softened, and his whole face changed. Not just a polite smile, but a real one. The kind that comes from somewhere deeper. The kind that says, "I didn't expect this." He took the cup carefully, almost like it mattered more than it should. And he said, "Really? For me?" I nodded, still smiling. "Yes, for you." And he laughed a little, quietly. Almost shy, like he wasn't used to that kind of attention. That was it. That's the whole moment. Just a girl, a cup of coffee, and a man who suddenly felt seen. But let me tell you something honestly. When I walked away, my heart felt so full, and I couldn't stop thinking about it, not because I did something amazing, but because something so small felt so meaningful. It made me realize something I think we forget all the time. Kindness doesn't need to be big to be powerful. Sometimes all it needs is attention. Because the truth is, my beautiful friend. There are people everywhere around us who are carrying invisible weight. People who are tired but keep going, feel unseen but still show up and do their jobs quietly while the world rushes past them. And yesterday, just for a tiny moment, that changed. Not in a world-changing way, but in a human way. And maybe that's exactly what this life is made of. Not only the moments everyone celebrates, but these small, quiet exchanges that gently remind us we are not invisible. We are not alone. We are still seen. And here's the part I really want you to feel, okay? I didn't plan that moment. I didn't wake up thinking, today I'm going to do something kind. I was just walking home, tired, ready to be done. But something inside me stayed soft enough to notice. And that's the real secret. Not trying to be perfect, not forcing yourself to be good, but staying open, staying gentle, staying aware. Because when your heart stays soft, even a little, you begin to see things differently. You notice the quiet details. You feel the small nudges. You respond to moments that other people might walk right past. And suddenly, your ordinary day becomes something more, something meaningful, something beautiful. So today, before we go any further, I just want to leave you with this simple thought. You don't need to change the world. You don't need to do something huge. You don't need to impress anyone. You just need to be present enough to notice one moment, one person, one opportunity. Because that one small act might mean everything to someone else. And maybe, just maybe, God smiles at those moments more than we realize. My beautiful friend, after I walked away from that moment, I found myself smiling without even realizing it. Like I was carrying a small glowing secret tucked gently inside my heart. It wasn't anything dramatic or unforgettable in the way big events usually are, yet somehow it lingered with a quiet depth that felt unexpectedly real. I kept thinking about the warmth of the cup in my hand, the simple decision to turn back, and the soft expression on his face when surprise slowly turned into genuine appreciation. Something about that exchange stayed with me, not because of what happened on the surface, but because of what it revealed underneath. I think many people go through their day without ever experiencing that kind of moment, not in what is said, not in what is done, and not even in the subtle emotional space where someone truly feels acknowledged. Everything today moves quickly, almost automatically, like a sequence that repeats itself without pause. You order something, complete the payment, and walk away. You pass others, offer a brief glance, then continue forward. You finish responsibilities and move on to the next task without stopping long enough to feel anything meaningful. Over time, this rhythm quietly removes connection from everyday life, and before anyone notices, a sense of invisibility begins to settle in. That's why such a small interaction can feel surprisingly powerful. It doesn't stand out because it is rare in possibility, but because it is rare in awareness. The opportunity for warmth is always present, yet attention is what makes it real. Most of the time, nothing is missing except presence. People are distracted, tired, or absorbed in their own thoughts, and that is completely understandable. Life asks a lot, and sometimes just getting through the day already feels like enough. So if your heart has felt a little distant lately, there is no need to feel guilty about it. You don't have to suddenly transform into someone entirely different. You only need to remain slightly open. That small openness creates space for something gentle to enter. Yesterday, I wasn't in a special mood or trying to create a meaningful experience. I was simply walking home ready to rest. Yet, because a part of me stayed soft enough to notice, that tiny moment unfolded into something beautiful. Maybe that is the real secret. Not trying harder or forcing anything, but protecting the softness within you so it doesn't disappear. When that softness remains, even in a small amount, everything begins to shift. You start to see people more clearly, sense quiet emotional signals and respond instead of rushing past. Suddenly, your day is no longer just a list of tasks. It becomes something that carries warmth and meaning in ways you didn't expect. To be honest, I don't think people are always waiting for something extraordinary to happen. Often what they need most is far simpler, like a brief moment of recognition or a gentle reminder that they are not invisible. When someone feels exhausted or overwhelmed, even the smallest gesture can feel like light entering a dim space. And what makes it even more beautiful is that the impact doesn't stop with the other person. Something changes within you as well. Your thoughts slow down, your heart softens, and you begin to remember that life is not only about completing responsibilities, but also about connecting in small, genuine ways. That quiet sense of joy that follows isn't loud or dramatic. It's calm, steady, and deeply satisfying, like an inner voice gently saying that something meaningful just happened. I love that feeling, and I think many people need more of it. The world has become fast, focused, and sometimes emotionally distant. Everyone is managing their own life, protecting their energy, and trying to stay balanced. And without noticing, many hearts gradually close. It doesn't happen on purpose, it simply unfolds over time. That's why one of the most beautiful choices you can make is to resist becoming cold. Even when life feels heavy, even when others seem distant, even when your own energy is low, you can still choose to remain warm. That kind of presence is rare, and when someone encounters it, they feel it immediately. You don't need to say anything extraordinary or do something impressive. Simply being gentle and aware is enough to create a different atmosphere. Think about the people you remember most fondly. It's often not because of something grand they did, but because of how they made you feel. There is a quiet comfort in being around someone who carries calmness and kindness naturally. That is the kind of presence I want to have. Not perfect or flawless, but someone who makes others feel a little lighter, a little more at ease, and a little more seen. That security guard may not remember my face or voice, but I believe he will remember that feeling for a while. The moment when someone paused, noticed him, and offered something thoughtful without expecting anything in return. We never truly know how far that kind of feeling can travel. Maybe it made his evening easier, maybe it stayed with him longer than expected, or maybe it influenced how he interacted with someone else later. We don't always get to see the full result, and that's okay. Goodness doesn't require proof to exist, and it doesn't need recognition to grow. It simply needs to be expressed. That alone is enough to create a quiet ripple. So maybe today you can move through your hours in a slightly different way. Not slower in your actions, but softer in your awareness. You don't need to plan anything special or create a big moment. Just notice what is already there. At some point, there will be a situation where a small gesture fits perfectly, and you will feel it, a gentle nudge, a quiet suggestion that this is the moment. You don't have to do everything, just one small action is enough. A warm smile, a kind sentence, or a thoughtful response can shift someone's experience in ways you may never fully understand. And in doing so, you also create a different kind of experience for yourself. Because sometimes, the most beautiful lives are not the ones that stand out loudly, but the ones that quietly make the world feel softer. And maybe, without even realizing it, that kind of beauty is already growing inside you. My beautiful friend, As that quiet moment stayed with me, something deeper began to unfold inside my heart, not suddenly, but gently, like a soft truth settling into place without needing attention. It made me realize that nothing done with love ever disappears, even when no one around seems to notice or respond. Because here's something we often forget while moving through busy days. People may overlook things, the world may pass right by meaningful moments, and even we ourselves may not think twice about what we've done, but God never misses anything. Every gentle intention, every quiet expression of care, every small act offered with sincerity carries a kind of significance that goes far beyond what we can immediately see or measure. When I handed that cup of coffee to him, I didn't think about anything spiritual at the time. There was no expectation, no deeper plan, and no thought that it would stay in my mind afterward. Yet later, as I reflected, it felt like that moment held something larger than itself. Not because of the action alone, but because of the meaning behind it. It was simple, almost ordinary, yet it carried a quiet connection to love. And love always matters in ways that extend far beyond the surface. Many times, we evaluate life through what can be seen, what gets acknowledged, or what brings immediate results. We look for reactions, recognition, or some visible confirmation that something mattered. However, the most meaningful things rarely work that way. They grow quietly, without attention, without applause, and often without any clear evidence at first, yet they remain real and carry weight in ways we cannot fully understand. God sees what remains hidden. He understands the intention behind every choice. He notices the moments when you respond with patience instead of frustration, when you speak gently instead of reacting harshly, when you choose to help even while feeling tired, and when you care without needing to be seen. Nothing of that disappears. This thought brings a deep sense of comfort because it means that goodness never vanishes into emptiness. Even when everything seems to move on quickly, even when no one acknowledges what you did, and even when it feels like nothing changed, there is still value in it. There is still meaning, and there is still a quiet response that may not appear immediately, yet always exists. That response doesn't always come in obvious ways. Sometimes it appears as peace that settles gently in your heart. Sometimes it becomes a calm feeling that stays longer than expected. Sometimes it shows up as a quiet sense of alignment, like something within you recognizes that you are moving in the right direction. And sometimes it unfolds later, in ways you cannot connect back to the original moment. But it always exists, because nothing given with genuine care is ever wasted. In a world that moves quickly and often measures value based on visible results, it becomes easy to believe that only large actions matter, or that only what can be seen truly counts. Yet that is not how God sees things. He looks at the heart behind what is done, and that changes everything completely. A small act offered with love carries more depth than something large without it. A quiet decision can hold more beauty than something designed to attract attention. A gentle response can shape your spirit more than any impressive action. That is why I don't want you to underestimate the small things in your life, even when they seem simple or unimportant at first. Because often, those moments are exactly where meaning begins. And here is something I want you to reflect on softly. What if your day is not only about what you accomplish, but also about how you move through each moment? The way you speak, the way you respond, the way you treat others, the way you carry your presence, the way you choose love in situations that feel ordinary. Maybe your day is not just a series of tasks to complete, but a space where your heart is being shaped. Every interaction becomes part of that process. Every response contributes to who you are becoming. Every small decision carries weight in forming your inner life. When you begin to see things this way, everything shifts. Nothing feels meaningless anymore. Even the simplest moment holds purpose. Even the smallest choice carries depth. Even an ordinary day becomes something sacred. That realization changes everything, because it means you don't need to wait for a big opportunity to live meaningfully. You don't need something extraordinary to happen. You don't need to be perfect. You only need to remain aware, gentle and open to those quiet invitations that appear throughout your day. And maybe that is where God meets us most often. Not in loud or dramatic moments, not in things that attract attention, but in quiet spaces where love is chosen without hesitation. So today, as you continue through your own path, carry this softly within your heart. Nothing you do with love is ever lost. Nothing you offer sincerely is ever ignored. Nothing given from a kind heart disappears. Even when no one responds, even when no one notices, even when it feels small. God sees it, He knows, and in His own way, at the right time, He responds. So don't wait for a perfect moment. Don't wait until you feel ready. Don't wait for something big to appear. Just stay open. Because somewhere within your ordinary day, there may be another quiet opportunity waiting for you. It may look simple on the outside, but within it, there is something eternal. My beautiful friend, after everything we just felt together, let's not stay in reflection. Let's bring this moment directly to God. Take a slow breath. Let your heart become still and gently say within, Lord, I'm here. Now let us pray. Father God, thank you for this quiet moment, for the gentle reminder that even the smallest act of love carries meaning. Thank you for showing me that kindness does not need to be grand to matter, and that a simple gesture can become something beautiful when it flows from a sincere heart. Lord, as I come before you right now, I bring everything within me, not only the good feelings, but also the tiredness, the distractions, the hidden worries, and the things I don't always know how to express. You already see every part of me, so I don't need to pretend or hold anything back. I simply come as I am. God, I ask you to shape my heart. In a world that moves so quickly, help me remain gentle. When everything feels rushed, teach me to slow down on the inside. When my mind becomes crowded with thoughts, bring me back to a place of peace. When I feel overwhelmed, remind me that I don't have to carry everything on my own. Lord, I don't want to move through life without noticing people. I don't want to become someone who passes by others without care. Open my eyes so I can truly see. Help me recognize moments where kindness is needed, even when they appear small. Give me sensitivity to those around me so I can respond with love instead of indifference. Fill me with your presence so that what flows out of me reflects who you are. Let my words carry warmth. Let my actions bring comfort. Let my attitude create peace in the spaces I enter. I don't want to force anything. I want it to come naturally from a heart that stays connected to you. Father, protect the softness within me. Life can be heavy, and sometimes it slowly hardens what was once gentle. Don't let that happen to me. When pressure builds, keep me calm. When situations feel difficult, keep me steady. When emotions rise, help me respond with wisdom instead of reaction. Lord, I also ask for strength. Not only physical strength to go through this day, but emotional strength to remain kind even when it is not easy. There will be moments when patience feels difficult, when people are not understanding, when situations feel frustrating, but in those moments, remind me to choose love. Help me become the kind of person who brings light into ordinary places, not through big actions, but through consistent, quiet goodness. Let my presence make others feel a little more at ease, a little more seen, a little more valued. God, thank you for reminding me that nothing done with love is ever wasted. Even when no one notices, you do. Even when there is no response, you still see the intention behind it. That truth gives me peace because it means my life has meaning beyond what I can measure. So today, I place everything into your hands. My plans, my responsibilities, my conversations, my thoughts, and my emotions. Guide me through each moment. Lead me in ways I may not even realize. Walk with me through everything I face. When I feel uncertain, give me clarity. When I feel tired, renew my strength. When I feel distracted, bring me back to what matters. When I feel discouraged, remind me that you are near. Let this day unfold under your guidance. Let every step I take be aligned with your will. Let every decision I make be influenced by your wisdom. Let every interaction I have carry something good. Father, I also pray for the people around me, those I will meet, those I may only see briefly, and even those I may not notice at first. Bless them, comfort them, strengthen them. Use me in any small way to bring something positive into their lives. Lord, help me trust you more deeply. Even when I don't understand everything, help me believe that you are working behind the scenes. Even when things seem ordinary, help me remember that you are present in every detail. Let my heart stay anchored in peace today. Not the kind that depends on circumstances, but the kind that comes from knowing you are with me. No matter what happens, remind me that I am not alone. Thank you for loving me, for guiding me, for being patient with me, and for always welcoming me back into your presence. Thank you for this new day, for the chance to live, to grow, and to reflect your goodness in simple ways. I receive your peace. I receive your strength, I receive your guidance, and I choose to walk through this day with a heart that stays open to you. In Jesus' name, amen.